Good afternoon and welcome to the Friends of Kevin Radio Show. The Friends of Kevin Radio Show helps promote businesses, nonprofits, and artists. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please send me an email to kevin@friendsofkevin.com. To learn more about the Friends of Kevin networking group and to see a list of upcoming events, please visit the website at friendsofkevin.com. Excited to get my friend Matt with us from Lead Gnome. Going to be talking a little bit about the software today and how it can help businesses. Matt, good afternoon. Welcome to the Friends of Kevin Radio Show.
Hey, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate you asking me to be on the show.
Sure. So just jump right in. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so, my background is in marketing and sales in high-tech firms. So I have about 20 years in industry, and I've seen everything under the sun when it comes to B2B marketing to enterprises and so on. And worked for companies here locally in Boston, like LogMeIn, you might know of, and NetEase and IBM, and I've led marketing teams there. So that's me in a nutshell.
So what was the idea behind the company Lead Gnome? How did you come up with this idea?
It really comes out of my background in marketing. As I started to build up larger and larger teams, of course, the focus on lead generation became bigger and bigger. And the way I view marketing is it's really delivering the fuel, if you will, for the sales engine. And so as I saw campaign after campaign being run by my team, I noticed that there were some leaks and so on in the model that we're using in the process. And what the whole idea for Lead Gnome really came out of that the responses coming back from people had lots of great information. And for the most part, companies were overlooking that information. And so I went looking for a solution, couldn't find one, and decided to build it.
Makes sense. So tell me a little bit more. What does Lead Gnome do then?
So specifically what Lead Gnome does is it takes a look at the replies that come back from your email campaign. So, for instance, you may send out an email that invites people to a webinar, and you get all these emails coming back into your marketing mailbox, and that may be an out of office as an example. And if you take a look in that out of office, there's lots of great information that can be garnered and then leveraged by the marketing and sales team. And so, if we take an example of that out of office, maybe the person says, "Hey, I'm out until Monday. While I'm gone, contact this person." So we can really work on enhancing the original lead that you sent out the information to. So maybe you didn't have their title or phone number, and we can find that within the email. And that new person that they referred you to, we can create a whole new record, a contact record for you, and you can start to engage that person as well. So that's the basic premise of what Lead Gnome does.
Like I said, it's amazing when you first told me about that. I was like, wow, I never really gave much thought to that, how much additional information can come back from simply an out-of-office message. So it was really eye-opening when you told me that. I'm like, wow, I never really gave that much thought.
Yeah, and it's a much larger percentage of these responses than you might originally think. There's sort of a low hum of about 4 to 5%, and then, of course, those spike during high vacation times or big conferences, et cetera, where people are, out of the office. But there are other types of typical messages, sort of, let's take left the company. Hey, it's Matt, I'm no longer with the company, but here is my replacement. They're ready, to start a dialogue. So now, as a marketer or as a salesperson, you can say, wow, I've been sending these emails to Matt, but he's not there. Lead Gnome will capture that and supply you with the new person. So it's sort of a slam dunk, if you will, return on investment. If you spent $100 or whatever to find Matt and nurture him, your money isn't wasted because you now know that this other person is there to start a dialogue with. So all kinds of emails come back to us.
So now let's talk a little bit more about what types of organizations you lead Gnome today.
So we have a huge variety of companies that use us, big, small, different verticals. So, we have companies that are in financial services, in healthcare. We have a lot of high-tech companies that use us. We even have oil and gas companies. So, a couple of examples would be, say, Host Analytics on the West Coast in California. They help companies with financial optimization, and they leverage us quite a bit. We have a company, DNVGL, that's an oil and gas company in the UK, and their teams leverage us, as well as a company like CRF Health, which is in Pennsylvania, and they're focused on helping with what I call clinical studies. And so a wide variety of companies leverage us, and what they're doing for the most part is trying to work smarter, leverage the information that is literally sitting there, but is very painful to go after. In fact, many companies have people, sometimes one, and you don't get to it in time, or sometimes teams, which try and look at this mailbox, this response mailbox in marketing, and make heads or tails out of the information that's coming in. It's really painful, really error-prone, and for the most part, it's by the time you get to it, the information is no longer as valid. So, a good example of that would be, the person's going to come back on Monday. You want to reach out to that person, say, on Tuesday after they've cleaned up their, the things that have been piling up on their desk, and they clean that up on Monday. But if you don't get to it in time, you miss your opportunity, and as we all know, timing is critical.
Oh, absolutely. So can you talk to me a little bit more about some other ways, typical ways that companies are using Lead Gnome service, just so people understand, some of the other features?
Absolutely. So one of the biggest challenges that face sales and marketing team is the maintenance of their database. Right? We've all seen this problem.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's shocking how quickly these databases decay, if you will. The information in them is either no longer accurate, or to greater or lesser extent. Maybe the person's not even at the company, as we talked about before, or maybe their title changed. Right? They're still at the same company, but now they're a director and they hold more weight in the company. And you need to know that in order to craft your message. These databases decay at a rate of 40 to 60% each and every year. And so one of the main things that Lead Gnome can do is to enhance and maintain in a continuous fashion this database. So that's one. Let's sort of take maybe a use case. Think about that typical newsletter that we all have on our website, right? And it's probably the most frictionless way for us to take in new leads. Just give us your email. It's really pretty low on the amount of information that we need to take in. Just give us your email, and we'll send you a newsletter every month. Well, that's great for bringing in leads, but we know almost nothing about that person. Whereas with Lead Gnome, now when you send out an email and you get something back, we can add first name, last name. We can tell you what company they're at, phone numbers, title, you name it. We can fill in that record. And so that's a great way for our customers to use us. Another pretty interesting method that folks are using is to sell into companies. So it's not even just original prospecting. It works with customers to get deeper and broader within the organization. And this is traditionally a really difficult problem for marketing, right? Because marketing tends to be broad-based and not surgical. But with Lead Gnome, you're getting information directly from the organization that you're trying to build a rapport with. So I have a customer, and they have put together a SWAT team, if you will, of LDRs. And these folks are looking at their largest customers, but customers where they know there's a lot of room to grow. And so they're reaching out to these customers, engaging them, and Lead Gnome is sitting on the back end of this process and gathering more folks within that company for them. So people within their sphere of influence people across departments, etc. And now they're able to say, gee, isn't that person somebody who would also be interested in our solution? And they can build up greater and greater penetration into that account.
So it's good because customers can integrate their campaign process with LeadNome, right?
That's right. That's right. And it's really seamless, frankly. I think it's kind of an elegant solution. So no IT needs to be involved at all. And nothing has to, which always helps, right? And it's not that IT are bad folks, right? They're great, but if you don't need to have them involved, then it lowers the threshold for you to get started. And frankly, that's important, right? Sales and marketing just need to get moving and build up revenue. And so LeadNome's process of integration is very simple. It's taking your inbox for your marketing replies, your reply to mailbox, and setting a simple forwarding rule to your LeadNome mailbox. And then LeadNome sits there and waits for new email to come in, and then mines those, identifies the relevant ones, mines that information, and makes sure that you get that new information. And the rest of it just ignores. So very, very simple way to get up and running.
How do the customers access their results then?
Yeah, so LeadNome provides a very simple-to-use dashboard. So you have your own area within LeadNome. It's all online. It's a web-based solution, so there's nothing to download. You come to the site, log in, and there are various reports that you can slice and dice any way you want. You can download the information in a comma-separated, file, an Excel file, if you will. Marketers are very used to that. This is the kind of file that we get from every event we go to, so now you can upload that wherever you want, Salesforce, your marketing automation system, whether that's, a Marketo, a HubSpot, whatever. And we also integrate today with Salesforce, and then we're going to add integrations with those marketing automation systems as well.
Awesome. So now, how is LeadNome priced, and what's the best way to see if LeadNome is right for my organization?
Yeah, good question. So LeadNome is priced in flat fee per month, depending on volume. So as your value grows due to the volume, the price reflects that. But very easy to budget, which is a nice thing, right? So the price is not based on anything other than your total volume, and it's flat for each month. So there's a bunch of packages, and what we found is that those packages seem to fit our customers quite well. And if you need some kind of special pricing, we have the ability to do that as well. The best way to really get to know LeadNome and to understand if it's right for your organization is to try it. And we offer a free trial, right? No obligation, 30 days. Try it out, run your campaigns, unlimited number of leads, and sales intelligence comes back to you. We're confident you're going to like it. We're confident we're going to be able to increase your campaign productivity, and I think that's the best way because you can see the results for yourself.
So how do people reach out to you? How do they learn more? We've got about a minute left.
Yeah, real simple. You can go to our site, leadnome.com. It's very easy to find information there. There's blog posts and ebooks available, video available. But feel free to reach out to me. My email is very easy. It's Matt, M-A-T-T, @leadnome.com. I'd be happy to, talk to anybody, get on the phone and walk them through a demo or whatever it is that they need to see to get more comfortable.
Awesome. Really appreciate you taking the time out there to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks, Kevin.
Have a great day, Matt. Thank you. Bye now.